see the little numbers at the bottom?
Yes.
Is it rolling?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alright guys, we are doing point of view today, and we've got 3 basic points of view that we're going to be working with. You've probably read an example of each one at least. We have first person, which is written using I. The Hunger Games, for example, was written from the first person perspective of Katniss. We've also got second person, which is not that used, where you're saying you are doing this, you go here. Someone's narrating everything that you are doing. I've noticed that a lot in, have you guys ever read one of those choose your own adventure books? Where it says, you start doing this, if you want to do this, then turn to this page. If you want to do this, then turn to this page. So, yeah, so it's rarer, but people still do it. And then third person, which is also incredibly common, where he, she, they, it, they're talking about other people, and the narrator just describes what's happening to other people. So I'm going to give you a minute or so to write all that down. And we're going to be taking a look at some examples that I wrote, and then some examples from some real books. Alright, eyes up when y'all are finished. It doesn't need to be word for word as long as you get the basic info. Okay, can I go? Alright. So first we're looking at the subcategories. So we've got first person omniscient. What does omniscient mean? Anybody know? Anybody want to take a guess? Alright, omniscient means sorry. Were you going to say something?
All-knowing?
Yes, all-knowing, all-powerful. They are typically telling the story from the past tense, as in the person who's telling the story is telling what happened in the past. They've already been through everything, so they're like, yeah, this probably wasn't a good idea, but then this happened anyway, and that's how my destiny was changed, or whatever. So they already know what's happening. They tell what they're feeling, as well as how that affects the story as a whole. First person limited, they don't know what's going to happen. They're telling it as it's happening. Hunger Games is like that as well, because Katniss just is in the present. She's saying exactly what she's feeling at this time. So that's those two. Alright, write those down, please. And remember, you don't need every word, just write what's needed. Safe to move on? Nope. No? Okay. Am I good now? Okay. Third person subcategories. There's one more in third person. So we've got omniscient and limited, which are almost the same exact things as first person omniscient and limited. In third person omniscient, the narrator is able to get into every single character's heads. They know what's going to happen in the future, what's happened in the past. They're basically like the god of the story. And third person limited, where the narrator only knows as much as the characters do. They are just following them along step by step by step. And they typically, they will get into maybe like one character's head, but that's it. Typically they use like third person limited to build up the suspense more, I guess. It keeps you grounded and in the moment. And then third person objective, this one's a little harder, but it's where the narrator is just telling the story exactly as it is, from an objective standpoint. Can anybody define objective for me? What's objective? If you are objective about it, it's that is a objective and objective, that's good. But we're looking for if someone is objective about something. No, it's okay. I'm glad you took a stab at it. Anybody heard this one before? Okay. So if you are objective about something, it means you're just kind of looking at it from a logical standpoint. You don't really put your feelings into it. It's just, this is what happened. I'm reporting it just as is. And you typically don't get the feelings, the character's feelings here. It's just how it is. Okay. Let's see. Y'all ready for the next one? I know this one's got longer, got more stuff. All right. Now, we're moving on to some examples that I wrote. Would someone like to read this? I tried to make them a little fun. Okay, Lily.
I feel my pulse rushing, though I have no idea why. I find myself laying face up on the grass with my classmates surrounding me. Why are they all in my room, I think? When I get up, I see 2 bloody knees staring up at me. Several hands lift me up and carry me forward. They take me to the nurse, who gives me bandages and shoos me to the class. It must have been from running through the woods, I think. I must have tripped on those roots.
True story. This happened to me in kindergarten. I was playing tag in the woods, and there were some, you know how you get in the woods where there's not that much ground, and there are all these huge roots sticking up? I remember I tripped on one, and I kind of stumbled, and then I guess I just blacked out. And when I woke up, I thought I was in my room. You know, okay, has anybody fainted in here?
No, I ain't fainted up.
Okay,
I
well,
got knocked out when
do you know how remember how you felt when you woke up? Like it was almost like you were,
dreaming.
yes, you almost felt kind of peaceful though. It's like, wow, because your body's, it's like hitting the reset button on your body. So I woke up and I'm like, why is everybody in my room? And I see all the kids staring over me, and then they lift me up, and I had these really big bloody knees. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but still, and that was the first time I ever fainted. It was really, really weird. So yeah, using your notes, what perspective do you think this is? Which one? Which one?
Limited.
Yep, you got it. All right. Awesome. All right, need another volunteer to read.
But Lily.
Not Lily. Jordan.
What do you mean she demanded her face turn to
Passion.
ashen at the very thought? It's only as I said. He replied, wondering why this woman couldn't face the facts as they were. She wouldn't have any of this, though, no siree, with her hands planted firmly on her lips and a scowl planted fiercely on her brow. She was determined to tell the sheriff just exactly what she thought about it all. Well, of course, she didn't have time to, as the man in the blue box that was about to whisk them away suddenly popped into view.
Anybody catch the reference at the end?
Jack in the Box?
Whisk, blue, Jack and Blue.
Doctor Who?
Oh.
The blue box?
the blue box.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a big nerd. Okay, guys. What do you think this one is? Okay, third person. Which one?
Third person,
Limited.
no objective.
Okay, tell me what you're seeing here first. Kimmit, what do you see?
Oh.
Your family.
Like, what did I see about what? The
Well, so we've already established it's third person.
Well, then
We've
you-
got a general, but which third person is this, and how can you tell?
I don't know.
Use your notes. Use your notes.
I never was supposed to write down what second was. I wrote down like the bottom.
Well, no, it's okay. I want you to use your notes to tell me which one is it. Okay, anyone else? Any hands want to read? Or shall I do eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Okay, Andrew.
Nope.
Come on, I'll take a stab at it.
I did. Last time we took a stab at something, I accidentally killed
Well,
it.
take another stab.
So, wait, we're trying to figure out which third person this is?
Yes, which third person, according to your notes. And if you're having trouble figuring it out, tell me what information they're giving us.
It's limited.
Why do you say it's limited?
There's no such character, I think. Yeah.
Tell me how we know as much as the character.
I killed it again.
No. I'm leading you forward. That's fine. Alright, you wanna take a stab? Okay.
It's limited because it's in the present.
Are the verbs in present tense? Which tense are they in, guys? Past tense, okay. And how many characters are we dealing with here?
3.
Well, technically 3. No, y'all are right, But we only get, are we able to see the thoughts of both of the characters? No?
Yeah.
Let's see. So, we've got the first woman, what do you mean? So we're describing what's happening. But now here we've got, it's only as I said, he replied, wondering why this woman. So we get into his head, and then we also get into her head as well, right? And then what happens at the very end? What are we looking towards? What happens at the very end, guys?
He then suddenly popped into view.
Mm-hmm. So that was about to whisk them away. So what is that talking about? What time period are we thinking
It's like a
towards?
past.
Future.
Future. Because he's about to whisk them away. So this one is omniscience. You got it. Oh, what happened? Wow, I didn't know I could do that. Okay. Third person omniscient. Next one. I want another volunteer. Yay, Jalen.
Okay, I found. Are you reading? Okay, I found
Yeah.
myself in a world unlike any other. Beneath the surface of the earth lay, to my utter surprise, another. Little did I suspect how deeply this place would change me, how greatly it would shape my destiny, and that of my children.
All right, guys. What's the first category this falls into? First person. How can you tell? Good. Now, which one is it?
I think it's
Why do you think it's limited? Is it? Think about the last part. What is the last part talking about? Yes. Omniscient. Why?
because she knows
The person knows that something is going to happen already. They're already saying, this is really going to change me, really going to affect me. All right. That was first person omniscient. All right. Another one. Who's next? Someone besides Lily and Jalen. Emily.
pick up a bottle and examine it. There's a piece of paper in it, so you shake the paper and loosen it. You shake the paper and loose and examine it. The hieroglyph in some deep inky thick. Some weird flashing ink that doesn't seem to have faded away with time, but the paper has something taken a beating. You walk away from the beach and look towards the mountains. What could be up there beyond the angels that have anything to do with this world?
What is it?
Second person.
And how can you tell?
It has you in it.
Yep, that's. I suppose you probably could get second person limited and second person omniscient, but at the same time, that's a little weird because you're basically the author is describing what you, the reader, is currently doing. It's a little, yeah, it's weird. Okay, what's this next one? Off the computers until we're ready for them, please. Jalen. All right, Lily, again.
Yay. Once upon a time, there was a little dog named Penny, and she loved to eat anything. One day, she was walking with her owner when she spotted a frog. Penny ate the frog in 5 seconds flat. She then walked home, heaved and coughed for a little. Heaved and coughed for a little while, and then vomited on the couch and on the floor 8 times. The frog never made an appearance, but her supper did. Penny still likes frogs. Recently, she tried to eat a rock that looked like a frog in the darkness.
Guess who this is about?
Your dog.
That was not fun. That was not fun at all. Oh, goodness. So, which one is this?
Third person.
Third person. Okay, why?
Because it shows the other character.
Right. Other characters. And which one is it?
It's
What was that, Manaya? It does take place in the past, but it's a little different. Yes.
objective.
Why is it objective?
Because it's telling it as it is.
Because it what?
It's telling it as is.
Yes, it is. We don't get inside of her head. It's just exactly as it is. I was thinking to myself, fairy tales. Fairy tales are very much told from the objective standpoint because you're just kind of getting their bare bones. Once upon a time, this happened, and that, and then the end. You don't really get the characters' points of view. It's just exactly what as it happened in the story. So yeah, that is third person objective. And last one. Anyone besides Lily? Andrew!
No. He felt himself falling through time and space and eternity. It took no time, and yet he felt as if he passed ages in breathless state. His feet gently touched the floor before he could register what was going on, and when he opened his eyes, he saw himself standing on a giant glass window full of color. A beautiful woman reclined against a glass tube in the center. He exhaled, startled by the vision, and as he shifted his feet, he felt individual pains and lift from the window and shoot past his face, transformed now into earth and flame.
Anybody guess which video game I'm
Boom.
referencing?
Fallout 4.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. It was Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Yay. Like I said, big giant nerd. Okay. What do we know already? What's the first one? Which?
Third person.
It's third person. Why, Jalen? Not quite what I was looking for. I saw you next, Kevin. The hell?
I think I know it's third person, but it's not about him. From he and she, I don't know like that. But I think just a little bit, it's only talking about him, and also it's in the present.
Exactly. It's third person limited because it's only in the present. I mean, I do talk, I use the past tense, but at the same time you kind of get what's in his head, but it's just him. We're just staying with this one character and he's reacting to whatever is going on. Alright guys, you passed that. Now, yay, snap. Okay, if I can get out of this crazy, hold on, let me see. Escape. Yay! It worked. Okay. Let me see what time it is now. Okay. Yeah. Y'all want to take a lap?
Down to pause it.
Yeah, pause it if you don't mind.
You've said my name
Well, it's not
like
necessarily.
Did it pause?
I know, but it's.
No, it.
We're going to storyboardthat.com and we're going to be making a few comics. Now, unfortunately, the way the free account works, we can only do 2 storyboards per account. So go on and just don't do create a storyboard yet. Go to whoops. I forgot I can touch this thing. Okay, so I already logged in for me, but just